Nice.
Okay, welcome everyone. Join us for the eNCA Google Hangout, coming to you from the second day at the Design Indaba at the Convention Center in Cape Town. We're hoping for our two interviewees today, Nandipha Mntambo and Zanele Muholi, both visual activists and artists. But first, before we go there, I would like to welcome two of our reporters that are covering the event for us, Srisha Lechmia and Rod McLeod. Rod, if you could start off, it's the second day of Design Indaba. Could you tell us a little bit more about what you've seen there today?
Okay, second day. It's my first day arriving here, and massively overwhelming, all the creativity that's happening here, and very excited. I've mainly been able to check out a lot of the exhibits because we've had a bit of a preview there, and it's a bit of a preview, and there's 450 exhibitors basically, and they're exhibiting a bunch of things. Sorry, we're just getting a bit of... I'm not on screen. Hello.
Raj, you want me to take over?
Srisha, if you could jump in and say what you've experienced in the last day.
Sure. I was lucky enough to attend some of the sessions after lunch yesterday, and that was pretty cool, actually. There was a great talk by Ije Nwokori. He's an artist originally from Nigeria, but he works as a brand consultant at the moment. He spoke about how, you know, in order to create, you need to make a mess, and also he gave more insight into how they've promoted creating really big brands. So he says that, you know, really solid brands are not created in the consultancy offices. They're created by the people who use the brand and are, you know, the consumers. So that was quite interesting. Something else was the Pecha Kucha session that we talked a little bit about in yesterday's Hangout. The 7 Pecha Kucha inductees for 2014 spoke, and it was really interesting. There was some odd, you know, focuses and some really unique ones as well. I mean, there was a young woman from the States who is a seating designer. She basically designs unique chairs, which is interesting. I suppose it's different, but, you know, that's what this whole Indaba is for. And something else that really stood out that got people like squirming a little bit was Agatha Haynes. She spoke about bioprinting. So, you know, there's the whole new craze about 3D printing and things like that. Well, you can also bioprint now. It's kind of like if you think back to that movie Face Off about how to easily create prosthetics. So she was showing us pictures about of babies with different proposed changes to their bodies. So in the event that you want to kind of engineer your child to be a better runner, you could get them to have surgery that would make them more streamlined. It was quite bizarre, but it was interesting, but a bit strange at the same time. Another highlight, yes. Was
that meant to be a sort of a real concept, or something that she's doing?
A real concept. She's obviously, you know, involved in anatomy and like medical sciences, so this is something she's working at as part of her studies. It's quite bizarre, but you know, it'd be nice to do some more research and find out more about her. Like, hopefully we can find some of the Pecha Kucha people tomorrow or even later. Another really interesting guy that spoke, I'm not sure if you remember, a couple of months ago there was a big craze online that went viral about the modular cell phone. So this was the guy who came up with this idea. He's a product designer, and he spoke about how this actually got really big. So he wanted this to happen, and he was at the same time trying to challenge the way things go through development. So he created this demo video, and it just did so well online, and then he wanted the big companies to take notice so it could actually get into development. So he went to sorry, I've taken a note here. Oh, he went to a site called Thunderclap. Sorry, I have notes and notes and notes in my little program. But he went to a site called Thunderclap. It's kind of like Kickstarter, but people give you votes and backing instead of money. So I think he got millions of people on this. And then Motorola, which was recently bought by Google, actually approached him about developing this. I mean, a funny thing he said was like, I never wanted to work for a phone company, but he felt almost like he had to get involved because otherwise they just hand over the project to someone else. So that was quite interesting, and another one to follow up. Today was a great talk by Margot Jansen and David Higgs, the two award-winning South African chefs. Well, Margot Jansen's actually Dutch, but she's been in South Africa for about 20 years, so we'll claim her. But they spoke, and we were lucky enough to get an interview, and people can find out more about that by going onto our website. In our Design and Indaba coverage, there is the article and the video interview with them.
Thanks, Yusha. And Rod, anything you want to add? There any highlights you've seen? Anything around exhibitions that you want to highlight for us?
Yeah, I think a very diverse group of people during the downstairs at the exhibition. A massive space, 450 exhibitors, and everything from the big corporates down to like the really small studenty kind of vibe. One of the interesting ones, one of the top level ones, is Anglo Gold, Ashanti Anglo Gold having a competition. They have the semi-finalists here, and basically they got to design 18-karat gold jewelry, and you can check them out in these secure, bulletproof casings. And then right across from that, you've got something called Township, which is a project started in 1997, and it's just kind of a support group kind of for up-and-coming entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs from the township, and they're able to show their wares and designs, and they're given a very nice platform, you know, to exhibit their stuff. And then you got guys like Minnie, who set up a massive kind of interactive space where you can go with your friends and win a massive prize. There's a place called School of Innovation, which is really cool. They have these boxes which they've used to exhibit their theme-created stuff by some of their students, as well as stuff like just crazy stuff like pickle design boxes, as well as hats, and really exciting stuff. So really kind of overwhelming and awe-inspiring, and there's some massively creative and original-looking people here with their mouths standing agape, just looking at these